question part's your favorite? Make sure write in the comments. I need your feedback. Wow. Hey, 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 hey. Can't be that. Oh shit, look at this. Oh my god. So if you love pets, this is really crazy one here. Last, you'll be happy. What's wrong with you, buddy? If you are new, what are you doing? Write in the comments with your thoughts. Oh. I need your feedback. I will try to make next time more fun video for you. There's a lot of things here, whatever they want to do. Rainbow, wet, anything they are doing. So guys, make sure. If you're teaching them, they will learning good, they will doing good, depend on yourself, guys. You know, oh shit, come on, really fantastic. I love this one, guys. Really amazing, come on. Oh my god, oh shit, really fantastic here. What things here? What do I want? Why do I like this? What's wrong with you, buddy? Come on. It was fantastic, Love you. Oh shit, come on. Oh shit, oh no. Come on. Really funny. Lovely. Oh. Come on.
Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, The Mischievous Morning of Hannah and Friends. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it, no hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. The sun had only just begun to peek through the curtains, spilling warm golden stripes across the floor. Most of the house was still wrapped in the soft silence of early morning. But one little creature had already decided that the day should begin with a bang. Her name was Hannah, my spirited, fluffy, and endlessly curious cat. Unlike her siblings, who preferred to stretch their naps well into late morning, Hannah had a habit of waking up early. With a mighty stretch and a yawn that showed off her tiny pink tongue, she leapt down from her favorite perch. The jingling sound of her collar announced, "Playtime has arrived." She strutted confidently toward me, her tail curling like a question mark, demanding attention. I was still trying to sip my morning tea, but Hannah's enthusiastic paw taps on my arm told me my peaceful routine was officially over. With a gentle laugh, I put down my cup and picked up one of her favorite toys, a feathery wand that fluttered dramatically when I waved it through the air. Hannah's eyes widened like she had just discovered treasure. She pounced, rolled, and darted after the toy, her little paws making soft thumping sounds on the carpet. Her energy was contagious. Every playful leap felt like she was inviting me to join her in this secret morning adventure. I couldn't help but smile at how this small creature could bring so much joy before the day had even properly begun. But Hannah wasn't satisfied with just playing by herself. Oh no. She had bigger plans, waking up the rest of the sleepy gang. Hannah, clever as ever, seemed to realize that her siblings were still snoozing soundly in their cozy beds. Their little bodies were curled up like fluffy cinnamon rolls, blissfully unaware that the household had already transformed into a playground. Hannah paused, as if thinking, and then gave me a sly look that could only mean one thing. Let's get them up. I couldn't resist her mischievous idea. Armed with a variety of toys, bells, bouncing balls, and even a crinkly tunnel, I joined forces with Hannah to stage what might be called the Great Wake-Up Mission. First, I rolled a ball across the floor, hoping the jingling sound would stir them. One ear twitched here, a tail flicked there, but the cats remained stubbornly committed to their dreams. Next, I waved the feathery wand dramatically in front of their noses. Hannah helped by leaping around like an overexcited cheerleader, clearly demonstrating how fun it was. But the others only stretched lazily, opened one eye halfway, and then promptly buried their faces into their paws. It was almost like they were saying, "Nice try, but 5 more minutes, please." Not discouraged, I brought out my secret weapon, a toy mouse that squeaked when squeezed. I pressed it near their beds, and the squeak echoed across the room. Hannah tilted her head, as if approving my strategy, and then gave a playful pounce to show them what they were missing. Slowly but surely, one of the cats lifted his head, blinking in confusion. Another stretched, so long it looked like she was auditioning for yoga class. Hannah pranced around triumphantly, clearly proud of our teamwork. The room began to shift from a silent nap zone into a half-awake circus. Tiny paws shuffled, whiskers twitched, and groggy eyes began to sparkle with curiosity. Hannah had succeeded in her mission. Her sleepy siblings were finally beginning to rise. With the entire squad awake, the house quickly turned into a lively playground. Balls rolled in every direction, the feather wands swooshed through the air, and paws scrambled across the floor in chaotic harmony. Hannah, of course, was at the center of it all, darting like a tiny lightning bolt and making sure no one dared return to bed. At one point, 2 of the cats decided that the crinkly tunnel was their personal wrestling arena, while another perched dramatically on the scratching post like a king surveying his kingdom. Hannah dashed between them all, sometimes joining a chase, sometimes inventing a new game, and sometimes simply stopping to flop on her back, as if to say, "Isn't this the best morning ever?" I sat there laughing, surrounded by a whirlwind of fur and fun. The morning light filled the room, and I realized how lucky I was to have these little creatures turning ordinary moments into adventures. My tea had long gone cold, but it didn't matter. What I had gained was far more refreshing than caffeine. Eventually, the excitement began to settle. The cats, exhausted from their energetic antics, started retreating to their favorite napping spots again. Hannah, though still buzzing with playful energy, finally curled up next to me, her eyes half closing but her purrs still rumbling proudly. She had been the mastermind of the morning chaos, the one who woke everyone up and reminded us that joy often begins with a little mischief. As I stroked her soft fur, I thought about how Hannah had turned a simple morning into a story worth remembering. Her playful determination was a gentle reminder that sometimes the best way to start the day isn't with schedules or checklists, but with laughter, spontaneity, and a little teamwork with those we love, even if they happen to be furry, sleepy cats. In many ways, Hannah's mischievous morning routine mirrors the way we approach our own daily lives. Too often, we wake up and rush straight into tasks, deadlines, and responsibilities, forgetting that the morning can also be a time to spark joy, creativity, and connection. Hannah teaches us that playfulness is not a distraction but a catalyst. It sets the tone for the rest of the day. Just as she found ways to wake her sleepy siblings and bring energy into the room, we too can become the source of positivity for ourselves and those around us. Instead of diving directly into stress, we can carve out small rituals that awaken our minds, stretching, listening to music, or even sharing laughter with loved ones. This playful energy has a ripple effect. It lifts moods, improves focus, and makes challenges easier to face. The story also reminds us of the importance of teamwork. Hannah didn't stop at enjoying herself. She involved everyone, turning a solitary game into a group adventure. In modern life, collaboration, encouragement, and shared joy are vital for building stronger relationships both at home and at work. A little mischief, energy, and kindness can transform any ordinary day into something memorable.